Welcome back, fake genetic freaks. Today we got, instead of our regular jump sessions, we got some dunk session footage. Just a few clips from that because I don't want you guys to just watch me miss for whatever. Oh, little height check there, and then I realized it's a lot different, like of a takeoff. Like for a max approach and touch, you got to be a little bit more under the hoop, but on these, like any kind of dunking, you have to be a little bit farther away just so you can get the ball over the rim. And then I guess I finished up with some sprints afterwards, or maybe I think afterwards, but right into the session. Also, guys, if I don't post, that is not because I'm slacking. I'm not doing a workout. It's probably just because I am at a different gym where I don't think I can record. So, like, I was at a Planet Fitness, and I'm not about to bring a camera in. If I'm not training, I will tell you, like, the hip injury or, like, sickness, then I won't, like, I'll tell you guys. But, if I don't say anything about not training, that does not mean I have not been training. I am still training. Pretty much the schedule's a little janky still because of that hip stuff, but it's gonna work its way back. I want to talk about a few things that I've been learning about with my body and also just like training in general, and then I want to give my thoughts overall on like the day in the life, or like if I was just a bodybuilder hypertrophy person. The things that I've been learning is, first off, if I want to get this dunk, I gotta get more reps dunking on low rims. I just gotta figure out how to position my hands right, make the ball stick to my hands, and that just comes with like muscle memory. Just because you can jump high does not mean you can jump high with a ball and get it over the rim at any height. So I really got to keep dunking, and it's been fun so far. Like I've been doing all of the squat jumps that I was doing in the last cycle. I switched over to actual jumps, and so it's been really nice just having more jumping ability during my jump session, so they end up being longer. It's more fun for me just to kind of go at it for a longer time. When sprint speed days are like 30 to 45 minutes, it's not as fun as like an hour and 15 or whatever, because I'm not really tired at like 30 minutes unless it's been a bad day or bad week or whatever. And I'll just keep gradually increasing to hopefully where I can do some more jumps on my upper body days as well. But we'll just kind of see how that plays out. Injury is the greatest fear, so you got to be aware of that. And then also, what else have I been learning? I've been more thinking about how I'm approaching my Olympic lifts, because so I went through a power phase where I dedicated so much time to the Olympic lifts, and I was doing so many sets of those, and I feel like my power skyrocketed. It really was doing just great things because I was doing multiple sets. And then I came off this phase, and I'm like all-time high for my Olympic lifts. And then I go into I'm just going to build the base, and my first thought is, okay, well, I want my conditioning and just like my grip strength, my ability to do a lot of volume to go up. So I start doing some more reps in my sets instead of just hitting that 1 to 3 rep range. I'm like, okay, I'll do 4s, 5s. I don't think I got into 6s because it's just, at that point, it's just so horrible for me. I just hate it. I decided to go into more of those reps, and I was only doing 2 sets. And so I would think that I would just be able to maybe like prepare myself to do better at cleaning and snatching. Maybe drop some weight because, I'm not training heavy. But that was not the case at all. It actually went up pretty much the exact same as my power cycle. And so I'm reflecting on that now. And that could definitely be, I'm just reaping the benefits from the power cycle later on. But I'm starting to think that the technique, and just building up and doing more and more reps over the course of a cycle. So if I do, my 2 sets of 6 in this case, I do a power clean, hang clean, power clean, hang clean, power clean, hang clean. That's 12 reps total, which is very similar to if I were to do my power cycle where I'm doing, 6 sets of 2, which is also 12 reps. And I know it's very different weight, but I feel like my form and my body, like the competency in these movements is going up because I'm just getting so many more reps. And I think it's so foreign for people to do Olympic weightlifting. So it's so much easier to train up to a high level, because you just need to get more reps, and it's so unfamiliar at first that it just like the learning curve is very, very steep. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been reflecting on. In the warm-ups, you could kind of see me trying to do from a squat, trying to press up. It's like a behind the head jerk, but it's so hard to catch the weight. If I'm like in a really nice gym where I have pads to use, I would definitely love to use those, but at this point I need to get a lot better in order to put that into my movement category, like into something that I could load up pretty well. But I feel like that would be super beneficial for just like explosive power, and I think it would be really good to do it. I would really enjoy doing it. I love like doing the actual jerk portion of it, but I do not like catching it afterwards. And then also here I'm doing some, what are they called? Just like pulse front squats. I worked up to 225, I think, because my quad is not feeling too great. But I mean, I did it, and yeah, front squats is just one of those things where you can just go super heavy one day and then just not really be feeling it the next day. But I did them, and I'm really liking them. It's just a little bit more variation in my stuff because I love doing deep squats, but you can't always do the same thing for multiple months at a time. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it on what I'm learning, what I'm like picking up. Also, I hit you'll see the camera in a second, but I did a giant set where I tried to get the same amount of reps in with a certain weight as I could. I'll just run that back. Before I did a giant set, and it took me 10 minutes to get 29 reps at a certain weight of front squats. 10 minutes for 29 reps. I come back and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for, 8 minutes or something like that. See if I'm like hypertrophy-wise stronger. And so I go for it, and yeah, I hit it in 6 minutes. Started at 6:10 or something, or 10 seconds after the timer started, so it says like 6:15, but like when I looked at the timer again, it was 6:10, so it was 6 minutes. And so I was super happy with doing that much volume, the same amount of volume as I did, a month ago or whatever, in so much less time. I was just like, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is really good for me. And I feel like my form when I do these giant sets really goes up a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this portion. I want to talk about hypertrophy. So if I was going to be a bodybuilder and I was going to just try and build as much muscle as possible, first off, I would continue to do a lot of compound movements, but I would also do a lot more isolated, just like specifically for my arms, probably more for like my quads and hamstrings, just because I don't think bodybuilders want as much glute as athletes do. So I would definitely do that. I would train very, very close to failure. I would not do strength sets like I'm doing before where I'm tracking my velocity. I would just go until I had, 1 or 2 reps left in the tank. If I was hitting whatever amount of reps over 8. And I would also do a lot of just so much volume, so much more volume. And I would slow it down a lot. I would have metronomes going, so it's just on every second. Yeah, see there, that was my 610 or whatever. I would have a metronome going on every set to where it clicks like 60 beats per minute, so I can hear it each second. And I would probably go down for like 5 seconds and just really chase the pump. I'd probably never rest longer than 2 minutes unless I'm, struggling and about to pass out or like fall over. But yeah, that's most of it. I would also do a lot more partial reps down in the deep ranges of motion. I would seek deep ranges of motion over everything else. And then I would also just stick to my diet. Like I would always have a diet that I'm going for. I'd hit the cut bulk, whatever. I would never maintain. And I would never really go heavy, not like super heavy. Like I would never go for a 1 rep max or like any kind of that. I would just go and just hit so much volume. Never do unilateral stuff. Yeah, I don't really know what else. Like my training is pretty. I would never do Olympic lifts. I would not do that. I don't even know if I would fully, like I would do squats, but I would also just do a lot more like leg extensions or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like nothing's too serious. I feel like it's a lot easier than training for strength and speed. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Peace out.